Hey everybody, welcome back to Montreal Connected, and this is exciting for us because normally Stephen Brunt joins me from our Sportsnet studios in Toronto and I see him in this little tiny box, but here he is in the flesh. Thanks for being here.
Hey, it's great to be back in Montreal.
It is. That's the thing. It's a great city. We're very happy to have you. And I just want to say, is it real? Are you real? Okay, yes. It's not a holograph. Stephen is actually here. But hey, technology is just booming right now. And even in hockey, I keep hearing about these hockey analytics and how important stats are. I mean, it's just blowing up. Can you kind of explain what the the buzz about hockey analytics is right now?
Well, there is a huge buzz about it right now. Teams have been using these for a while now. Some teams have, and there are amateurs out there, hobbyists, I guess, who collect statistics, but taking it seriously as a way to evaluate hockey players and evaluate hockey talent, that has grown by leaps and bounds over the last 2 or 3 years. It's, if people know the book Moneyball or have seen the movie Moneyball and understand what baseball did and what Billy Beane did, trying to find hidden value in players through numbers, it's exactly the same thing. It's just that hockey's a different sport.
I'm picturing the old, crusty NHL scouts. Maybe it looks like Clint Eastwood or something, just grumbling about the hockey analytics and the importance behind statistics. There's a big part about scouting that's the eye and seeing what a team wants. Do you see more importance in one or the other?
Well, there is a debate, old school, new school, that's going on. It's very active, not just with scouts, but with people, even old media guys who reported the game forever, saying that these numbers don't mean anything. I think you're going to have that push-pull. There are people who still, especially with hockey, which is a game, unlike baseball, which breaks down into individual moments, individual performances, sometimes one person versus another, sometimes just situational. It kind of lends itself to numerical analysis. Hockey flows, hockey moves, and so trying to put a number and a value on it is trickier. And I think everybody understands that, but there are guys trying to do it through things like Corsi and Fenwick. Those aren't acronyms. Those are people's names. They're the guys who invented them.
You're so right about hockey being such a flow game. And I guess if you're a GM right now, are you putting more stock in the eye or in the stats?
I think you see more teams. I think it's both, obviously. And forever, hockey has been a game that's been scouted in the flesh by people watching games in rinks all over the place and looking at guys and evaluating their game that way. But added knowledge is power, right? If you can get an edge on another team by understanding something they don't understand. So I think that the acceptance of it, the Maple Leafs just added, Brendan Shanahan just brought in a full-time assistant GM who is essentially an analytics guy. Chicago's done that. Los Angeles has done that. Toronto's not very successful, but Chicago and Los Angeles, those are pretty good teams. So, there is something to adding to that, all of that kind of old school scouting, seeing a guy in the flesh knowledge, adding maybe an analytic component to it to flesh out your knowledge.
Absolutely. Stephen, thanks for shining a light on this. I know it's a bit complicated, but hey, listen, we're really happy to have you here in Montreal, and we'll see you next week.
Hey, great to be here.